That's revelation.
So, the operation of the mind. Go back over to James, if you would.
Let's do it right there.
Training is repetition. Once you leave repetition, you're no longer training. That's why the enemy bombards your mind, and God transforms your mind. And God transforms your mind with repetition, with consistency, with continuum. Continuum is an unbroken process that continues steady. Come on, y'all. If I can keep you steady for 21 to 45 days, I could change your whole life. It don't take me 6 months. It takes me up to 45 days. But I have to keep you on the pace and keep the frequency the same. I cannot have a variation in frequency. But if I can keep the frequency the same for 21 to 45 days, I can change where you are now. And you say, God, why I keep going around the same thing? God said, frequency. I tell you, and you be, whoop, whoop. God, I ain't tell you that. I told you this. Come on. But life creates this. And you have to grab it from the top. Come on. Because the top is where you recognize it, not from the bottom. The bottom is where you kill it. But the top is where you recognize it. You never recognize it from the root. You always recognize it from manifestation or revelation. But when you go and get the manifestation, you get it from the root. But what you recognize is the surface. So a lot of times when things are act out, and by the time you recognize it, that's not even the problem. That's the symptom. So a lot of times we're dealing with symptoms, so we keep having problems. James 1:21-24. For all you scholars who think I'm elementary, please go to kindergarten with me today.
Okay.
Come on. Just because it wasn't long before ago that I talked about the mind, but in a different perspective. James said, wherefore lay aside, lay apart. Read us verse 21 from the different version. Message Bible will read different even if we have to be repetition. Are you ready? Libby.
So get rid of all that is wrong in your life, both inside and outside, and humbly be glad for the wonderful message we have received. For it is able to save our souls as it takes hold of our hearts.
It's able to save our soul as it take hold. Why am I here today? Because it hadn't took hold. Your soul is still divided. Let me bring it together. When I bring your soul together, it would not be a battle of a mind. It would be the operation of the mind. I want to get you to the point of successful operation in your mind, and then I can get it in your life. I can get success out of frustration if I can get the operation of your mind. I can take you in your worst situation. I can take you where you don't see in the way, you don't know in the way, you don't know how, you don't know who, you don't know where, you don't know when. And you definitely don't know why. But if I can provoke more thoughts than your problem is provoking, I can get you in a process beyond where you've been. Most of you are problem oriented, and your problem, you don't know that, has become your God. Because you bow down to it. You talk about it more than Jesus. You talk about it more than God. You think about it more than prayer. You are talking about your problem, enveloping your problem, dreaming about your problem, calling your friend about your problem. You take a shower meditating about your problem. Look at the news to confirm your problem.
That's real.
And then you wonder, how come I go to church and I don't get nothing? How much time did God have in your mind?
That's good.
I got you for an hour. in the Word. How much time really do I have your mind? Because some of y'all in New York think about those boots that sister over there got on was sharp. And in the process of that, you are pulling down stronghold. My body hurt, my mind hurt, my neck hurt. Come on. So right now, there is a battle for your mind. Even as I'm talking, you are in a warfare field. And this warfare field is going to determine who wins out based on who can get the most thoughts out of your mind. Come on. Oh, we're going to teach tonight. I know y'all want me to preach. Oh, we're going to preach. Come on. Now, the word lay is the word apatifeme. It means to put off or put aside or put away. What does that mean? That means that God has capacitated an ability in me. There is a song, what God has for me, it is for me. If you believe that song, I got some land in China that I want to see. All I need is a check for about $50,000 tonight. And let me hurry and get out of Dodge before you look for your property. What God has for you is not automatic. I say this all the time. What does that mean? You're going to have to learn the law that governs where you are. Lay aside, apart all filthiness. Then now, when I say the word filthy, everybody's not thinking the same thing. Everybody's mind went in a different mode because filthy to you has now been defined individually. It is the word ruparia. It means to dishonor. So when God said, lay apart all filthiness, lay apart all dishonor of the word, wherever you are dishonoring the word. Because a lot of time what is happening in Christianity is not Christianity. We don't get into the Christology. We get into works. We get into prosperity. We get into deliverance, but we try to do this beyond Christ. His name needs to be mentioned more. He is the healing. He is the deliverance. He is the righteousness. He is the way. Come on, somebody. Christology. Lay aside all dishonor and superfluity, which is the word paraseha. It means residue, remains. The wickedness remaining over in a Christian from his state prior to his conversion. How do I have residue? By not having enough cleansing agent. That's the only way you can get residue. Or the cleansing agent that you use is not powerful enough to break the grease off. You know what I'm talking about? Dawn take the grease out of dishes. So you go by Dawn. Because some of y'all done fried chicken and pork chops. Come on, somebody. And you know how you children put that skillet in the water? And because it's still shiny, they just wipe it out real good. And if you run your hand through it, it's still greasy. That's what happened with the mind. When you don't get enough word to clean it out, you get the residue left, stuff that was supposed to dissipate. It's still laying dormant in the mind. Come on, somebody. And then when you get up to your new place, your new position, your new level of